So D'Addario have finally admitted that generative AI was used on their video. Are they going to come back from this, or is this the crumbling of the D'Addario tower? Let's find out. Hi folks, welcome back to the bench. Here we are again with an update on the AI scandal video. It came, it went away. They made their reasoning and their excuses and we believed them. I certainly did. Looks like I was wrong. It is now official. D'Addario have confirmed that generative AI was used using the Suno track. We've got some statements. We're going to go through them. I'm going to give you my thoughts. And then most importantly, what do you guys think? Once bitten, twice shy? Is it just a load of excuses? Who do we point the finger to? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Let's dive straight in. So if anyone's wondering when they're coming to buy a pack of strings why they're all damaged, you now know why. Oh, for those of you that are unaware, the string maker was under fire when their promo video for the NYXL HD string range went live, and you were quick to point out that it sounded very, very artificially enhanced. There have been so many YouTubers, ourselves included, we couldn't quite put our finger on what was wrong, but we knew something was there. It's gone to studio engineers, it's gone to other channels, it's gone to you guys breaking down the original stems, and we've managed to get something from D'Addario partway through the story, and they admitted that part of the process had some AI influence, just in the part of the segments where we were mixing and mastering and a few plugins here, and it was excused. They left a lovely statement, which I'll be putting on in a moment, but first, let's recap the video. That's what was under question initially. We then had all of the comments on our video, and all of the other YouTubers did exactly the same sort of thing. D'Addario then come out, and I won't read the full statement because it went on for about 4 pages, but I'm just going to highlight a couple of key elements. Excess of plugins to compress, auto-tune, EQ and distort of DI guitar performance. He also programmed drums and 12 synthesizers for accompaniment. The result is a track that exhibits the hallmarks commonly found in generative AI music, and it is understandable that this sound would elicit such a response from the community. Now you'd think that would be enough, but you guys, you're like a dog with a bone. You've delved further and further in, and alls we have seen so far every night of the week for about the last 2 weeks is D'Addario updates here and people's thoughts and opinions. There's been a few controversial thoughts on the matter, but it now looks like it's official. D'Addario have come forward, and like a naughty child, have they just been caught out? You're going to be the judge, jury and executioner. Let's dive in. The statement is, of course, from Guitar World. I will put the links below to everyone, and here we go. We got this wrong. We've completed a full review and confirmed that Suno Studio was used to regenerate the original track. We shared inaccurate information and we're truly sorry. Now, when you are promoting your strings and you're one of the leading manufacturers of the market, perhaps the facts need to be right before we start spewing them. We've had the conversation on previous videos, and I'll be keen to hear the thoughts on this one. They originally shared, as you've just seen on their Instagram posts, some remarks that there had been a portion used. Did we believe it? I certainly did. Did we point the finger? I certainly did. We labelled it down to one area of the company have dealt with that work, and perhaps the information wasn't quite fully passed on. Now it seems that that was entirely wrong. Now, whether that pressure is because of you guys and all of the remarks that have been on the D'Addario socials, there have been some negative and some nasty remarks. Even some of the staff have been targeted, which we do not condone. If you want to share your hatred, do it in the privacy of your own bedroom. Don't do it online, because these people are just trying to earn their living. However, with the company now being under fire, what do we think now could happen? Now, in the world of accountability, we are all held there for everything we say, do, and in this day and age, even think, because they know what's happening. They're out there. The AI people know what we're doing before we even do it. The accountability factor here has to be spread accordingly. as a whole, what should have happened? Because the statement here that we have following on from D'Addario's previous statement, we do not support AI generated music and our process will reflect that going forward. We'll require our employees and creative partners to disclose any use of generative AI and will more closely review everything we put into the world. Obviously, they've received the scrutiny and the backlash of what had happened and how they've dealt with it. What would you do in this position? You're the host of D'Addario. You are the head of the table, the upper part of the hierarchy. Can we just blame a certain division? Or like anything in life, should it have been double checked and treble checked before it hit the internet? All of our videos that we have here, we go through a process just to see how things could be misconstrued, and if it's an issuous topic, could we get some backlash for it? And we'll still probably release it anyway, because you guys are not shy in coming forward, and we're always up for a healthy discussion. Am I right? Am I wrong? I probably am wrong most of the time, but it doesn't stop me at least sharing my thoughts on it. With what D'Addario have done now, what do you guys think will happen moving forward? Could we now look at them going direct with people they're working with? Will they outsource some of these jobs again? Do you think this has happened before with companies and they have now come away? And really, would any admission have come at all if it wasn't for you, the viewing audience? Always interested to know. And D'Addario have been all over this on their socials for such a long time now. We have seen non-stop responses to their comments from players and users and giggers and techers and anyone that has basically challenged them on their product. So I'll put that on the screen now. We also got comment moderation wrong. Honest criticism should not be erased. We're changing how we moderate our channels so feedback can be heard while people are protected from threats, harassment and exposure to their private information. We know we can't fix this with another statement. D'Addario exists because musicians trust our products with their sound, and we're committed to earning that same trust in how we show up for this community. The statement was met with some scepticism along the way because you guys haven't let this go. And this pointing the finger idea now of who's going to be to blame. Well, I'm going to put you in this position. You're the head of this company and your task is now to put out a promo advert for your string. Would you utilise a player that's phenomenal, millions of followers? Would you use a huge creative outlet company that do this for a living? Would you go to the simple player in the street and say, here's our strings, let's restring your guitar, let us know your thoughts? Because marketing, the way we see it now, it is bigger than ever because you have to stand out like never before. Us on this channel and with our thumbnails, everything has to seem larger than what it is. And there are certain pressures out there. We do these videos and other things out there, and we are trying to be separated from the masses. That is very difficult to do. I don't think this would have been done without the pressures of the online community. And I think you guys have a little bit more power than what you perhaps realise. Music is made by people, their ears, hands, taste and emotions. We've certainly been quite emotional about it. Is this going to be the trail that will continue the downfall for D'Addario? A number of people that have come in, we have seen in just the last few weeks, have refused to buy them. They've asked us for alternative brands. Some folks online saying they'll never buy them again. Some saying it won't matter the slightest, it was an honest mistake. But in this day and age, it takes years to build that reputation and just seconds to lose it. So as a stockist of these strings, do we think I'll be selling a few less? Will you be getting behind them more than ever before? And will we be seeing the upward trend? I'll keep you posted. So in reflection of the blame game now, does it boil down to a few things? The employee had lied to them. What was their role now going to be? Will they see the door because they have effectively lied to them? Should they have had the due diligence to background check it and look through that process? Should it have been seen by more hands at the table before it was released? Well, you're going to let me know. So do drop your thoughts below. Be respectful to everyone else where you can, folks, because we don't want any hatred like they've received. But I'm always up for an open debate. So you think this is going to go away now? Because I think we're going to be talking about it for a few more weeks. It might not quite be as scandalous as the ongoing Fender situation, but who knows? As always, I'm Jamie, your local tech shopkeeper and reactionary connoisseur, coming at you with all the breaking news of this crazy world we call the music industry. So if you have liked this video, please do consider giving us a subscribe and a like and a thumbs up, because us YouTubers, well, we need all the help we can get standing out at the minute, because everyone's talking about the same thing, and that essentially is, what do you guys think it always will be and always needs to be about your thoughts and feelings? Until next time, see you soon, folks. I'm off for a cup of tea, and I better put them D'Addario strings back. Bye, guys. Bye-bye.